Finally, the last built-in object or feature I want to show you are regular expressions. Now, what are regular expressions? Regular expressions are patterns used to match character combinations in strings. So basically like little search methods to search for certain characters or character combinations in a string, so in some text. And regular expressions and how to write them are a topic for its own course, to be honest. And you will find links to this or to some more information in the cheat sheet. But here I want to show you how to use them and how JavaScript supports regular expressions. So I'll start by creating a little string here. And I'll keep it simple, it's just ABC. And then I create a pattern, so a regular expression. And here we can use a special syntax where we have a / and another /. And between both slashes we can write our regular expression which we want to use. For example, if I use AB here, and I now log pattern, what do you think we'll get if I hit run? We get object regexp. So this is an object indeed, it's not a string or anything like this. This is just a different syntax, but it creates an object, it creates a regular expression. And we can use this pattern. Now how can we use it? We can run pattern exec and pass the string on which we want to execute it. Now in order to see something, I'll log whatever we get back from this execution here. So I'll hit clear and I'll show you what we'll see. We got AB. Notice that we have it in an array. So this basically tells us that AB, our pattern here, was found in this array. What if I remove the B here and have AC? What will happen if I now hit run? Now we get null because we don't find this pattern in this string, right? If I change the pattern to BC and the string back to ABC and I hit run, I of course find BC. What if I change it to AC but I have the B in the middle in the string? Notice that. So what happens now? I get null because this specific pattern, an A followed by a C, isn't found here. Of course, there are also ways to write regular expressions which use wildcards to allow for this case where you would have a character between two other characters. But this basic expression here is just looking for a A followed by a B. What if I have this string AB, AB, and now I hit run? Well, I still only get AB. We also can use the test function here. And what could you imagine does this function give us? It gives us true, so it basically tests if this pattern matches the string. It's not giving us back the match, just a true or false if it was successful. And we can also do it the other way around. We can use the string and then use the match function here. And I'll pass a pattern here. What do you think we'll now get if I hit run? I get AB. So it's like pattern exec, just the other way around, that I just use my string and then say, hey, I want to match this string with a certain pattern, instead of using a pattern and executing on a string. Now, as explained, regular expressions are kind of a science for their own, and there are a lot of special characters you can use to build very complex queries, and well, queries can get as complex as this. If you, for example, search for validate email regex, and this is generally a good approach to learn regular expressions by searching for the problem you want to solve and then appending regex. And then you get probably some forum discussion like this one here. And well, you get an example which regular expression you might want to use. And this is the reason why I'm not diving super deep into this here. I want to show you that it exists and how you can use it. But learning regular expressions is much more than this course could ever do for you, because it's no regular expressions course. And as you can see, or as you can tell by this expression, you could create a course of that. But what's the use of regular expressions? The use is that you can, for example, validate user input. If you're having a form, and like the thing I just Googled for, you want to make sure that the email address the user entered is a valid email address. So he's not tricking you, or he did not forget the @ sign or anything like this. You can use a regular expression to do this. Because the other option would be to loop through the string you got back and check each character for being an @ sign to find out if there is an @ sign and so on. Or use the index of method. But all these methods are kind of hard, especially as you have to combine them to really validate an email address, for example. And then on the other hand, patterns like regular expressions make this very simple. Yes, the pattern looked difficult, but for one, you can Google for help. Secondly, if you know how to use it, it isn't that difficult anymore. And it is really quick, it offers a great performance, and it's a one-liner. It's really simple then. And you don't have to write multiple nested loops to achieve the same with a slower performance. So that is where regular expressions are really helpful. And with exec and match here, as well as the test method, you have 3 important methods to find out if a certain string matches this. Of course, you can not only use it for matching user input, you might also be interested in finding a certain piece of text in a longer text, and here regular expressions can help too. So that is why they are really useful.